You tell me what it say. I got up this morning. I'm like, man, we already did this. This was a good ride. This was a good ride to know that Edom um, played a role in the crucifixion of the black man in the household per se. The end of in the beginning of the dolls and the genocide of God's people. I'm not just saying we God's people. I'm proving that we are POWs in the Holocaust as we speak. Press one. Guess what? My Bible verse, my Bible app just came in. Press one. It said, carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ. That's Galatians 6:2. That's what just, that's my Bible app just came through. But look, the Turks, the Buffalo Soldiers, all of the nations of the 12 and made themselves Israel. Press one. All of them. Israel are like the 12 federalized tribes and things of this nature. Y'all are busted. Press one. All of the black Turks, all of the people of the Germanic brotherhood of nothingness is going into the lake of fire, which is corporate death. You are black. Press one. Y'all see Donald Trump finna take over and get rid of NATO? Courtesy of the row. Press one. The courtesy of the row. Y'all see these people? Y'all see them? It's time to know the truth about what happened. Hit the like button and about the eternal flame sitting on top of their head. It's time to tell the truth about the Asiatic black man. Press one. It's time to tell the truth about it all and put it in chronological order. Like I said, we being done. We being beat, y'all. I just couldn't get it right. Now I understand what the USSR is and how it overthrows republics, engulfing it into world domination, into Cold War scares that ended in 91. We're going to get to that, hopefully. We're gonna get to all of this false history. Oh, my goodness. It's time to pay attention. It's time to pay attention. Now, feel free to call in at any time, 424-209-9506, because I am no longer just, I'm actually working on a project, and it's going to take a lot of my time, and what a glorious time it is to be alive is all I can say. And breaking this stuff down and exposing for the first time and the collusion between all nations against the African American, who was misnomered the African Americans, the American black, not the foundational black Americans, but not like that. These are not good guys here. Press one. These are not good guys. And I had just had a revelation today. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. It wasn't. The Russians are the Nazis. The Nazis in America and the Russians in America is all one. The Russians are German in America, are white. Press one. They all what? Remember I told you about the U.S. Civilian Guard? They came over here and started playing these roles over here. There wasn't no Indians. All the Indians was a part of the labor force. Y'all don't remember? Here, let me help you out. The Indians are all German and a part of the socialistic, democratic takeover. That's how they loot the bank. They rob nations by pretending to be organic. Look, this is Caremio. Caremio, it was trying to pass as a Native American. He trying to get reparation. All this was done at the World Fairs. All of this Indian history and pictures and things was done at the World Fairs. Look at this Indian. Yeah, right. You see what's on his neck, though. Okay, then. To be anything other than you is a welcoming platform for everybody else. And that's what they're not telling you. It's time to wake up. These people right here who took part in the worst catastrophic Holocaust on the planet, watch this. I'm going to show y'all who they are by way of picture, because I don't got long. I got a lot of work to do. And, I have to do it. Just hard work. But yeah, man. So if you're not learning nothing and you're not willing to put your voice to it, that's fine. I mean, explaining the black genocide, I've done a great job all the way up until this point. So we're gonna continue to do so. This is why Margaret Sanger is with the Russians, czars, and they got Indian clothes on. Look. This is why she exterminated you guys. This is why. You see? So he can become what? King what? King George. This was an extermination by the Russians. They passed it off as a USSR Russian Revolution and all of these things. These were all wobbly takeovers and workmen force wobbly. Wobblies are all communists and socialists. Doesn't matter. German or Russian. Doesn't matter. They're all Democrats. In which you were born into. Do you see it now? That's why they made him king. Because after that, they just ransacked everything. Put the crown on the queen. I think they tried to make him King George or King Edward or some crazy shit. Margaret Sanger is an extermination camp person. She was they sterilized millions of African Americans. This is who all these people are. Eat them. These people here are the same as these people here. You got to understand that. I think I've done a great job at pointing that out over time. If you need some help with that, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. They're not even your people. That's why I was saying the Moorish Empire wasn't even real until recent. Everything became real after they wiped your memory, your whole mind. 20, 40, about 2 generations of mind. That's all they really needed. They dropped chemical warfare over all our communities. There wasn't nothing but bones left. Press 1. These the same people, y'all. I don't want y'all to get this shit twisted. These are the same people. That's why Skull and Bones is in unison of nations. Press 1. It's a unison of nations. How many people died in World War I, World War II, and that were African Americans were overwhelming. And they passed it off as if they were at war overseas. But the real thing is they need a way to explain all this death. Extermination camps at its highest form. You see that mountain of skulls they sitting on? And then they built the Roman Catholic Church on top of that. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Then they built the church on top of all the dead people. You just don't know. You just don't know how, who, what, where, and why. But it's a Russian collusion. And we exposed it right here. Nothing else matters to me at this point. Spaceships, nothing. Just the collusion. And the fake ass storyline they told us. These cowboys and Indians, these fake ass ideologies, these religions, these different nations, this time immemorial nonsense. You ain't gonna make it to time immemorial. You got to get past this. Black, black, no take back. You can't even make it to dinosaurs, nigga. You got to explain. You blamed Genghis Khan, but Genghis Khan was a socialist, was an extermination man. They gonna blame him. You don't want to know the truth. They're all Confederates. All of these flags that I'm showing y'all, these is one nation. All they all became one nation and came against thee. Hit the like button and subscribe. From the German, civilian U.S. Guard, all of them played their role by way of U.S. labor camps. Why you think you wasn't in a labor union if it was all good? Oh, the white man didn't let us in the labor union. No, fool. They was kicking y'all ass in the Red Cross labor camps. Oh, me? Yeah, you. You ain't been paying no damn attention. See? They were trade Nazis. War Organization of the British and the Order of St. John and then the Cruise Road, Geneva. The Christian names. They was changing all their names. Now the Christian names go back to English names, go back to the Dawes Rolls. They need to convert these people into Christian names because you were the real Christian. So their Christian name is your name, and they are all on the Dawes Roll in which our names were ripped from us and given to all foreign Russians and Germans, and they pulled off the grand heist of gold. But you understand what I'm saying? Am I making sense? Am I making sense? Do you understand what I'm saying? All nations came in by way of humanitarian aid. What was you doing? Where was your people at? In internment camps, being controlled by German and Russian and Harry S. Truman. Press one. You don't believe me? Put the evidence. Roll the tape. Roll the tape. So when y'all hear me talking, just know it's just a bunch of information in my head. Look, right here. Red Cross is not all right. Herbert Hoover's concentration camps cover up in 1927 Mississippi flood black man. You understand? This is Red Cross here, right here. Russians and Italians and we. All of the axes of evil and the allied, all of them together. All of them. And they got in. This Red Cross became your federal government. This is actually the cross of St. George and all of these other things. But we're going to keep it on who ordered that. This is that. That's the Pope. That's the church and all that. They've been in charge of the whole time. So concentration camps were huge. And you got to remember when these time frames happen. Okay? Their revolutions is the end of you over there in Russia because it was wobbly things going on here. Okay? That's it. IWW. That's it. Which was all federalized militia. The United States federal government and its inception paid the militia. The banks paid the militia, a Russian militia and German servicemen to overthrow all black communities all over America. Would you believe me if I told you this? All the Mexicans are like Bolsheviks and Polacks, and everybody is in on this grand theft of the royal family. Would you believe me if I told you that? You could be dating a man right now, nigga German. He won't even tell you. They said they came up from fucking Belize some goddamn where. Plus one. They said they came, it was Frenchmen. Belize ain't nothing but French. Them your French black. Plus one. Get out of here. I already know you. Plus one. So we talking 1927. So I already know them. The Islanders too. All of y'all the same. Ain't no different. Bunch of Somali and Rihanna head, Somali and Ethiopian. We- yeah, we got jokes too. We got jokes too. But I want y'all to know what they did as a collective to genocide and how to recognize and get out of the dream state, which is the world that they put you in. Margaret Sanger can be Queen Elizabeth. You understand what I'm saying? That man can be right there. Press one. Queen Elizabeth, the one that just passed away, the little lizard. Yeah, this is a whole genocidal, maybe craziness. And we're thinking history, oh, the Russian Revolution. Everybody celebrates Europe's and Russian revolutions in Fourth of July because the big barbecue happened. What big barbecue? You ain't know? Press one. Everybody showed up for the big barbecue. See? Y'all don't remember the concentration camps at Devil's Punch Bowl? Y'all just gonna forget all this. Mm-mm. That's cool. Y'all can forget. I'll be still right here when your entertainment is done. I'll be still here putting this down because where's that? Oh, here we go right here. See? Let's put it down. They can't deny this because Mr. Gillespie is on fire. Burning of the Negro Smith of Greenville. Take a look at it. Millions of these Russian and German immigrants as a collective came in and burnt up and all magistrate. Look, and opened up the USSR and business in America. Press one. Hit the like button. I'm gonna find your republic, Chris. Cause I've already got the republic in my back pocket. It's in me blood, mate. It's in me blood, mate. Make it make sense. Capri, Tanisha, get up out my chat room. I'm not here to play with you. I don't know you. Get up out of here. Sorry, boo boo. You talking too much. Get up out of here. There's too many chat words. I was waiting on your one more thing. Not tomorrow. You up out of here. Try again. Yeah, this is about my people. Get up out of here playing. I'm not playing. Support or not, you know, been playing for 3, 4 years, proving a point with people who play just like you. Get out my motherfucking chat room. Bald head, scallywag. Ain't got no hair in the back. Jail good, beat up. Your shit is fucked up. Need to get out. Get out of here. So anyway, the Russian Revolution was really the Russian Revolution in America, in which they
T-Lore.
in which they we got a call. Taylor on the phone.
Glory.
Taylor, you on the air? What up? You on the air?
Hi, sir. How are you? It's Towards Glory.
Talk to me.
Yes. How are you?
Bless, bless. I'm enjoying doing
Okay.
my show.
Make sure you can hear you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Yes. So I wanted to call in because, of course, you said make sure we call in. So when you're talking about the treaties and you're also just talking about the genocide as a whole, I wanted to call in because yesterday I was really thinking deeply about you bringing up the different treaties, and I think you said Benjamin that brought it to your attention.
Yes.
And when I was thinking about treaties and how I was looking at the Treaty of Paris, and then I found several different treaties of Paris. And so in my mind, I'm like, why are all these treaties coming around, and what is the purpose of them? Pretty much, if you are supposedly supposed to be a peaceful nation, or you're working toward the common good and all of these things.
Right.
And so I was thinking, like, these treaties are worthless. They're worthless because not only are they unable to actually carry out anything because they're not sovereign, but also because they're not made with good intention, good standing, and lawful. You know what
That's
I'm
right.
saying?
That's right.
So then I thought about, I said, well, let me see what a treaty that's considered worthless. So I looked that up, and the term that came up was bad paper. So I looked into bad paper.
Uh-huh.
I looked into bad paper, and it brought up scripture. And when I get excited, whenever something that you have taught us is like goes automatically to scripture. So
Yes.
I looked it up, and it brought up Isaiah 30, and I wanted to read it because not necessarily just to read it, but because you teaching us the proper history helps understand the scripture the way it's supposed to be understood.
Oh
So
my
instead of
goodness.
just seeing like, oh, trust in the Lord, not Egypt, it is no, do not trust the alliances or the treaties that
There
you
you
would make with foreign
there
nations, but
you
trust in
go.
my spirit, trust in my law. And
Oh,
so just seeing it from that aspect was like, I'm just so grateful for scripture. I'm grateful for the ability to understand. And so if you don't mind, I wanted to read a little bit of it, and you just let
of
me know when you want me
course.
to stop, if that's
Go
okay.
ahead. Go ahead. Prove
Okay,
your
so
point.
it says, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked of my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. For his princes were at Zoan, and his ambassadors came to Hanes. They were all ashamed of a people that could not profit them, nor be a help, nor profit, but a shame, and also a reproach. The burden of the beasts of the south into the land of trouble and anguish, from whence come the young and old lion, the viper, and fiery flying serpent.
Wow.
They will carry their riches upon. I know. When I saw that, I was like, "Oh my goodness!" I was reading this morning too, so I was just amazed that you brought up the serpent. In class today, they will carry their riches upon the shoulders of young asses, and their treasures upon the bunches of camels, and to a people that shall not profit them. For the
Oh, so
Egyptians shall help.
describe them.
Right? Yes, it describes it like
Yeah, them.
going to the foreign power, to me, to the foreign power, and you're trusting them and giving them your riches and loaning it to them, and they're going to bite you. They're going to deceive you. They're going to overthrow and kill you
The
because you put
viper
your trust in
itself.
them. Yes, yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Continue on.
So it says, yes. So it says, for the Egyptians shall help in vain, and to no purpose. Therefore have I cried concerning this. Their strength is to sit still. Now go, write it before them in a table, and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever. That this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of the Lord, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. Speak unto us smooth things.
Oh my goodness.
Prophecy deceit. Yes. Get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, because the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. Wherefore, thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because you despise the word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. And he shall break it as a breaking of the potter's vessel that is broken into pieces. He shall not spare, so that there shall not be found in the bursting of the sherd to take fire from the hearth, or to take water withal out of the pit. For thus saith the Lord God, the Holy One of Israel, in returning and rest shall ye be saved, in quietness and in confidence shall be your strength, and ye would not. But ye said, no, for we will flee upon horses, therefore shall ye flee, and we will ride upon the swift, therefore shall they that pursue you be swift. 1,000 shall flee at the rebuke of one, at the rebuke of 5 shall ye flee, till ye be left as a beacon upon the top of the hill, and as an ensign on the hill. And therefore the Lord will wait, and he may be gracious unto you, and therefore he be exalted, that he may have mercy upon you, for the Lord is a God of judgment. Blessed are all they that wait for him. For the people shall dwell in Zion at Jerusalem. Thou shalt weep no more. He will be very gracious unto thee at the voice of thy cry. When he shall hear it, he will answer thee. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner any more, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. And thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, This is the way, walk ye in it. When ye turn to the right hand, and when ye turn to the left, ye shall defile also the covering of thy graven images of silver, and the ornament of thy molten images of gold. Thou shalt cast them away as a minstrel's cloth. Thou shalt say unto thee, Get thee hence. Then shall he give the rain of thy seed, and thou that shalt sow the ground withal, and the bread of the increase of the earth, and it shall be fat and plenteous. In that day shall thy cattle feed large pastures. The oxen likewise and young asses that ear the ground shall eat clean, which hath been winnowed with the shovel and the fan. And there shall be upon every high mountain and upon every high hill rivers and streams of water in the day of great slaughter when the towers fall. Moreover, the light of the moon shall be the light of the sun, and the light of the sun shall be sevenfold, and the light of 7 days in the day that the Lord bindeth up the breach of his people and healeth the stroke of their wound. And that was what I had read this morning. Did you want me to continue
No,
or
go ahead, make your point,
kind
and
of
you
speak
got
about
it.
it?
Anything else you got?
Oh, yes.
Let me know.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to, yes. I just wanted to bring that, to the class and just say that I'm really grateful that it doesn't seem like allegory or like, just punishment. It is based on law. It's based on an ignorance and a deceitfulness of a perverse generation, of perverse people that do not believe in God and that, blaspheme his name and deciding to go and chase after those things that we're not supposed to. So following the law, knowing it, and taking it seriously and realizing that this is very real. It's not, Disney. It's just a blessing to be able to open the book up and actually see what it's saying. So I wanted to call in this
Now, one
morning.
one more question: do you see the Russian,
Yes,
German,
absolutely.
U.S. collusion?
Yes. Oh,
Do
absolutely.
you
Yes,
see
sir.
U.S.
In
Do
every,
you see USSR?
yes, I see. I see a multitude of people who have pretended to be different people for the sake of overtaking. Of course, we know the sovereign and taking that power and pretending to distribute it amongst crowns and say, this person's going to do this, this place is going to have the leader in steel. This is going to be the leader in this. Like you break up the Holocaust, and you break up the
Oh,
overthrowing
wow.
by countries. You know what I'm saying? Where
Yeah,
it's like,
and
so
you tell
basically you
theatrical
scatter it. You scatter
stories.
it.
Wow. Go ahead. You
Yes,
you said
yes.
that you
You
scatter
scatter.
it.
You scatter the Holocaust amongst different nations, but you're really a conglomerate.
Yes.
You are in confederate with in a corporate capacity
Yes.
to not only steal the trust, the money, but to also make profit off of the byproduct that is the tearing down of atoms. So it's nations are one, but they are many as well, and they've all profited off by colluding together and in a grand scheme. It's it's humbling to be able to understand a little bit better now, but it's also just shameful to see that the world would really try to pretend and try to deceive our people to think that they have our best interest when it comes to bringing forth, we charge genocide, but really it's a fluffing up and bringing human rights and civil rights for the sake of the world with our people at that expense. So I definitely would agree and feel like they should be completely charged with collusion, with so many things. The list is so long. The list is so
Well, I
long.
sure appreciate this call. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Bye bye.
Yes, ma'am. Whew. Well, sheesh. It makes me want to work harder. You feel me? So when I see these different things going on, I know it's some bright people out here that's being paying attention. You see, that just upped that right there, that conversation right there. That's all she wrote. See, that's all I need. Let me know that somebody's out there receiving the message, the good message. God is good. You know, to even be able to perceive things this way. God is good to me. To help people understand these things. So the whole world tried to mask this off and pass this alone. This is a stolen valor, a stolen nation. There are no American in. There's no such thing as these things. Okay? These people are one brigade hiding in history under different identities, giving themselves dishonored glory. This is everything. Stolen valor, a stolen crown, a stolen republic. This is bad paper, man. A complete and utter genocide of blacks, African Americans, the individuals on the Dawes Roll who were not only paper genocided out of history and existence almost, but genetically modified, ambushed, chemically attacked, put into furnaces, underground railroads and tunnels that are never to be seen again. Whole nation, Centralia destroyed. They talking about some damn tutorial. You tell me about this right here, the collusion to destroy the African Americans in America. Hit that like button, hit that cash app. I'm finna get me a personal goal every day. What's my goal? Let me see. Shout out to Karen, Divine. Shout out to Ali, Taj, Cedric, and Jason. And yesterday, Gloria Roberts. Shout out to you guys. Without y'all and my callers, this wouldn't be possible. You start to see that this stuff just started to happen. That's why George Washington is sitting there in the Amber Room. This is why they praise Stalin. Stalin is like, who did I say Stalin was? His name ain't even Stalin, it's Starline. Press one, but they had to change his name because it's closely related to J.P. Morgan. So they just say Stalin. But it's really J.P. Morgan, who owned Starline, who got rid of the blacks in the transatlantic slavery genocide, who sent them up to Iberia, where these people attacked him. It's 200 people up in here. Hit the like button, man. Show some love, bro. This information is never to be told, never being shared on the internet. Billions of pages out here, and all of us up in here listening like this. And you know Margaret Sanger sitting right there in your fucking face, bro. This is going to prove I charge genocide. Press one, I reprimand the whole NATO. Get y'all asses on. Press one, you damn right I deserve everything. You damn right. Press one, I fought hard. Not even knowing what the fuck I was looking at and fighting. I'm just blindfold knocking shit out. Press one like Neo. Press one by one. Whoever fell in the punch way. Remember, if your brother and sister got into a fight, you just close your eyes and say, if you in my way, you just gonna get hit with these. It just turns out they was in my fucking way. If I close my eyes, whoever in my way, gonna get hit with these truth bars. Better not be in my way. Press one. So you see them looking like a bunch of Dixie chicks, like a bunch of Confederate, looking like, yep, all of them are in collusion. And this way you got to be able to explain it. The Russian czars, that's why they call it the Khazarian. Press one. The sons of Goyim, the sons of Gomer. Ashkenaz. Press one. So all of these folk, the whole Aryan um, identity is Edom. And they act in their corporate capacity and as little workers. They are ideological insurgents. And it's been a coup. They are in power because they coup d'etat the republic. That's why America will fall. No, you damn right it's gonna fall. Don't got no damn choice because they're falling. Because NATO gonna fall. NATO stole the fat flag of King George. That's why. See, y'all thinking George Washington and all of this? No, this is deep. I just wanted to. How long I got? How long I been on? 1 hour and 19 minutes. And you know what? I'm getting better. There's enough information for a lifetime. You see that in an hour and 19 minutes. That's a quickened spirit, if you ask me. I gave you enough right now. Not fooling around, not waiting on nobody, not hoping you call in, not doing none of that no more. I'm in my official capacity right now. I ain't got no time for no games. I'm on my capital. I'm on my motherfucking assignment. I'm blessed beyond measure. And as a student, you supposed to be in the three different categories of this ecclesiastical blessing. The return of the republic. Now, the porters are the one who robbed you. Who are the porters? J.P. Morgan again, Stalin and them. You got to be able to see this. You got to be able to see history. You got to, first of all, you got to want to see it. I'm through with, oh man, yeah, because you're not going to do it. You just ain't going to do it. You're going to fool around and think you lead me somewhere. So that's why I cut all that shit off. People getting insane. People getting controlling and all type of shit. You know? What a time it is to be alive. Let's see. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. They're around here talking about emerald tablets and all that. Why do you think the Russians had all that black art of Christ? Why do you think? Why do you think Selassie surrendered so fast? Because they are the German. They get a crown right over. Why? Because they the same ones who was taking them black Nazi photos. That's why. You remember those black folk who sitting up there in them Nazi garments? Italy. I mean, who else would do these black folk like that and string them from trees and call them monkeys? Things of that. Who would do that? You say German? No, no, no. They would. They did it. And they must be charged. All of them. Rome. All of them. That's why I'm not paying attention to nothing else. I'm in a cool place mentally, and I like where I'm at, and I like breaking this down in ways that the average person can kind of grasp. You know, if they paying attention to the Anunnaki man over there, if they paying attention to all this other shit, you know, maybe they just might want to. That's why Apocalypse told uh that's why Apocalypse told Magneto to stick his hands in the asphalt and the whole world start crumbling. Because the asphalt is how the whole world is made off of these people. They were getting bombed out. Look, you black people. San Francisco, early 1900s. This is all during Russian revolutions and wobbly mentalities. Look how you look. You wasn't a slave. 1828. Oh no, man, they got history discombobulated. Coffee and Kush TV, KevRow University. Shout out to who is this? Lita McCoy for that big dub right there. Lita said, "For this is some." Lita want my class to know this is some amazing information. God bless you, Lita. Tracy Wilson. She say for the champion of the world with that half a hundo. Shout out to you, Tracy. I'll be, I'm glad that of all people, that the ladies, the women, and the men who actually enjoy this is not coming from a hateful place. It's pure hearted, and they recognize that damn, this is true. This is what truth feels like to me. MDM towing out there, towing somewhere. Shout out to you, but for that big $5. Shout out to you. And the rest of y'all out there with that continuous support. Shout out to y'all. So the Moors, the Russians, all of these people are Moors. They're either black Jews or white Jews under Catholicism. You got it? Because Jews are considered God's people. And Israel was created to be its home base. There's no more fooling us. Everybody's Jews. And everybody has included themselves in the 12 tribes. That's why I was asking y'all, are y'all sure those 12 tribes is the real one? Yeah. And then we get the Bible verse of don't follow no genealogy. Well, there that goes. God is placed, see, and we just got finished reading. The people who follow the good shepherd are the voice of God, are the spirit of God, are the spirit of truth, that's his people. That's his people. Not a genealogy. See, the champion is for the world. If the champion was for just any particular, they're killing. That's what they did already. They're killing. They don't want that. They'll reject that. Meaning, yeah, he's coming through you. It's for everybody. The truth is for everybody because it's a readjustment of the what? The heart. Who we are as people on earth. On what accountability is and what sin is and why Adam died in sin. That hit different when you know the truth about all that. I ain't gonna say that. That's different. That's the religious world. That we talking biblical and ecclesiastical and history. The genocide of African American in the redemption process must happen. Must happen. Because when the Bible talk about the valley, the dry bones, this is the foundations of the earth. This is what the whole world is built off on. The genocide. Kaliman, the genocide of blacks. The whole world runs off of you. So, in this grand theory of mine, and yours, and all of these different times being centered around this, we're going to stay here. For those of you who like to study the revolution, the Russian Revolution.
Unknown caller.
And things of that nature. Because when you study those things, you're going to realize
Deborah from Florida.
It's all happening right here. Deborah from Florida, talk to me.
Hello, sir.
Good morning.
I did a little
Talk
study.
to me.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Hello. I did a little study on the Soviets within our treaties. The 3 pillars. You were asking what one of the pillars were in yesterday's show.
Yes.
So I went to find it. And in finding it, I found where their idea of treaties came from. And their idea is called Ventimio Manifesto. And it's a vision of federal Europe as a means to ensure peace worldwide.
between
placing,
themselves.
Yes, sir. By placing rules over the nation states to eliminate nation states, and that is the East state.
That's
I
right.
can't see it any other way
That's right.
except that that is the East state, and
Yes.
they are only placing these words so that we
Right.
don't see it.
Right.
And their reasoning, of course, is peacekeeping and to prevent future wars. So they need an integrationist idea. They're all fascists,
Yes.
fascist.
And socialists.
Yes, sir. Communist, socialist, it's all the same
It's all
word.
fascism. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Putting themselves first at the expense of the estate's people, the republic
That's right.
of King George. This is a story about Eastern Europe being under Soviet control and Western Europe being under the winners and the losers. Well, that's the concentration camps and the people who are running the concentration camps. It's not anything separate. It's all together, as in collusion. We come down and say Germany has lost some of its national sovereignty. Well, that's if the Germanic people are a story, it is their goal to lose all of the national sovereignty. They want to replace the republic with intergovernmental organizations,
Okay.
corporate.
Okay. Now stop. Now stop. Okay. What
Yes.
does the word Soviet mean?
Governing council.
Okay.
So that's a replacement of the Lord's people under God, for God, by God.
Okay. So an elected
And
local, district, or national council in a former Soviet, a citizen of the former. So this is why we failed, because we became citizens of the USSR, of the concerning, of the former Soviet Union, the Soviet leader. Okay.
yes,
So
sir.
our whole way of living with local district, this is all Soviet Union process.
Yes, sir. Right here, and give us a fear of the Cold War and the Red
Okay.
Scare.
So a
And
Soviet is a workers' council.
yes, sir. Labor union. It's the future.
Look at this when you read. I feel ghetto right now, Miss Deb. I feel like I would go to the project and talk my shit. Let me read it for you. A Soviet is a workers' council that follows a socialist ideology, particularly in the context of the Russian revolutions. Soviets were the main form of government in the Russian SFSR and the Masnovchia, China. Masnov, China. Woo! Magnavov, China. The first Soviets were established during the 1905 revolution. Oh my goodness. This is all wobblies.
Yes, sir.
During
Yes.
which the Second Congress of Soviets, and then we go to the Negro Workers Congress. Those are all Soviets. Remember, they were accused of working with the Soviets.
They were wearing their clothes.
They was wearing the.
It's a glove fit.
Deb said, they were wearing the clothes too, Kev. They sure was wearing the damn clothes. Ah. Oh, so a Soviet is a Slavic, a slave.
Yes,
Oh,
sir, because they
oh,
need to do a job.
oh my goodness. That's why the slave. That's why. Oh my goodness. I am fucking. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I can't say that. I can't fucking. They're black.
Breathe. That's what I have to tell myself all the time. Just breathe. Breathe.
This is a beautiful thing. This is incredible. Wait a minute. We got it all wrong in history. You're Soviet. You're black. union. You're a black union.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Now what? Oh my goodness. The United States is a black union. Oh my goodness. And oh my goodness. What the hell? This is truth beyond truth.
In doing some of this research,
Oh my
I
goodness.
found that Truman, Harry S. Truman, was up there from 1923 to 1953. He held high authority.
That
The
makes
the pillars, yeah,
that makes perfect
it's
sense.
all, he's a puppet. He's a puppet, but he's brought in by them. He's not one of you. He's not of the people or of the republic. None of them are. Since 1916, on
This
paper,
is the Irish
all of
workers are considered Irish Soviets, Irish slaves. Oh my goodness.
yes,
I'm fucking dead.
yes.
Oh, I'm having a mental orgasm. Don't mind me. Oh my goodness. my legs, y'all. I can't walk, y'all. My knees gave out of me. Jeez. Oh my goodness. We just proved the workers' union. It's the
Yes, sir.
Soviet. The workers are the slaves. That's why they had civil rights. That's slavery right. Oh my goodness.
So your economic cooperation, political cooperation, military cooperation are the three pillars. The economic cooperation comes through them giving them the Marshall Plan. Well, we know that they just moved the money around in a little triangle and gave it back to themselves and never repaid the war debt that
Facts.
came from the Freedmen's Bank. In each World's Fair, there was a Negro bank.
Yes.
We don't know anything about this because we're not told that. But through the deep research, you find the True Reformers Bank. Well, you give all your information at that bank, and then you can go into the fair. I don't know how they did it, but they got the Negroes there thinking this is a great pavilion for you. Come get on the train.
Yeah, because it was all based off of credit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And the gold was only taken in 1933.
Remember this? We're talking Western and Eastern unions.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right here in America.
Yeah. On yeah, because they're running the World's Fairs or the free
Yes,
zones per se, where there's supposed to
right.
be
And they would
no
have
discrimination and everything is good and all this other shit, and it ended up being a hotel nightmare. Go ahead.
the melting pot.
A melting
Ford's
pot.
melting pot
There
theory,
you
bringing
go.
the immigrants to replace the original man. We have Federalist Plan, and that is to get rid of the nation state when they replaced these with states, but they merged it into U.S. of Europe.
We got If you can't hear, and I've been doing this 4 years on this specific truth on finding the Afro Americans, and something that I want to thank my supporters for today. Thomas, who's gotten his name on the February, what is this, January? He's on January. Spinner. Shout out to those people who are on there. Um, it's been a hell of a journey. Don't be in my classroom, when I do my stream later on this, talking about, Kev, what is this you saying? Asking me questions like Mr. Bandu or whoever that was. I don't know y'all people. In order to understand this, you had to be here, walking with Kev, asking questions, getting yourself familiarized with the information, what books you gonna need. If you sit around here just saying, yeah, that's what's up, and you notice a lot of people in here, because Kev ain't, I don't feed into that no more. I'm not trying to be a YouTube celebrity. This information you're not gonna find nowhere else. And that's why I think my information is worth a lot more than Pan-Africanism. I think my information is a lot more credible and worth more than Anunnakiism. So yeah, let me get what's just due. I don't get paid for this. Press one. See? I don't get paid for it. I got my supporters, but I don't get a YouTube check for this. So if you want to watch the rest of that video, make sure you're on the Patreon, because they're all going up there. I don't get paid for that. This show is strictly dependent on the support that I get from my subscribers, my people on my Patreon, and the people who support me in this Cash App. Other than that, there's no financial gain. I'm not a rich man behind telling you the truth, getting copyright strikes, dancing, listening to music, and all of this. I'm not doing that no more for a bunch of people who really not doing what's needed, what makes me feel is needed for the cloud. I'm not. Y'all don't see me. No, because these last few videos is able to be monetized. See? Cut out the plan, cut out the extra, cut out the time of lost in transition. Only thing you got now is true. Only thing I got now is supporters. I don't got to worry about the excess, and my students don't got to worry about the trolls and leading down the wrong roads and all of these extra things that's preventing us from getting to what? Here, the Russian Revolution. And that's what you've been watching in theater. When you watch them overthrow the governments of the past and all of the black names, those are Russian workers' Soviet revolutions.